What is up, guys, and welcome back to Coltown. Today we'll be going over the best barbhut decks in the current meta since the barbhut buff. First off, we're going to have two decks. First off, we're going to be, you'll see with spawners in general, like they're kind of spell baits for both poison and fireball. So what we have here is a fireball deck and a poison deck in the graveyard. So going back to the fireball bait, it is using roll hogs as well. Flying machine really kind of synergizes with barbhuts. We've seen that in the past. And then not a quick cycle in this deck, but then like pressure cards. You see a lot of bandit when you have cards like this. Lots of pressure, lots of ways to do damage. That besides roll hogs, these aren't direct, but they can get a lot of damage on tower. This is just putting out a lot of pressure and defending well. And then this deck is all about the poison bait and these four units actually. And besides that, it just has a quick cycle and a big spell. So let's go ahead and get started with the fireball bait deck. And then stick around. We're going to do two games with this deck and 2 games with the poison bait as well. So I wouldn't suggest starting barbhut as a first play. It's a little bit expensive. You kind of want to. Okay, so in response to a bandit though, I think barbhut's fine. I let him make the first play, and then we can just let that. All right, I already went with that, so I'm just gonna have to barb barrel. I'm gonna kind of pull that. I should have let the bandit should have dashed to a barb. If it had dashed to a barb, that would have been a lot better. But I didn't expect him to go with such an aggressive. That was a really aggressive minions right there. I didn't expect that, so my bats were actually kind of bad. I would have preferred to fireball that. All right, that's gonna run out, so we're going aggressive here. He has E-Wiz. He's playing P.E.K.K.A. He's gonna pop that on top, and then we're gonna go bats, and I think we take tower. Yeah, so not a good poison by him. The flying machine wasn't gonna stay there long enough. I purposely went flying machine there so I would have a large counter push, and he fell for it. So a really good opportunistic push by us there. Let's just block that. Well, that did not do what I wanted, but it's not that bad. I wanted to save my magic archer so he'd be a pressure on the left lane, but that's okay. And since he has minions instead of magic archer, we can go high barbhut. I'm just gonna barbhut if he goes. Yeah, okay. So against that, we'll just barbhut. I got scared for a second that it was gonna get pushed, but it didn't, because it kind of went to the side there. But I mean, the barbs are still alive. It's not a terribly negative trade. I'm just going to throw out roll hogs. Alright, so Z-Wiz is kind of bad because he used it there. So we're going to go flying machine for that. And then I'll just bats this if he doesn't do anything. Alright, so we'll go here. I just want to make sure this doesn't dash on. Okay, like it did stop it, but I don't think it was worth a risk. Definitely just want to be safe there. Honestly, we just need to stop this, so I'm going to. That's kind of awkward, but honestly, it was the right decision. Even though that was really awkward to defend with roll hogs, I couldn't allow a P.E.K.K.A. shot. And now I have barbhut, so there's no way he can push through. So we'll just suicide barbhut. Fireball. But even then, so the barbhuts, I would have got 2 barbs out of that. So like that was a really good defense there. Alright, so that was pretty decent. Lots of capitalization there. Capitalizing on like a misplay by him. But I played flying machine there because I wanted him to try to poison it. I knew it would kill quick enough that I would be able to go with a push, and then he wouldn't have a defense in hand. So with this hand, we're either starting bandit or okay. So we'll just go our own bandit later than him, so that our tower will target his bandit. And then I think right there we just set up a barbhut. And I actually went high barbhut, and it ended up paying off because he went hog other lane. That was a really weird, aggressive start from my opponent, though. It was weird that he went Valk at the bridge and then hog opposite lane. So we definitely have elixir advantage. I'm going to fireball that. just to make him have to defend the barbs a little bit harder, or to give me some damage. Okay, so he has a furnace. That's weird, but that's fine. So I think we play Flying Machine first, because if he has a big spell, I wanted to... That could have been faster. I was gonna say I want him to if he was gonna use a big spell, I wanted him to use it on Flying Machine, because Magic Archer stays alive longer. That's a weird hog once again. I don't know what he's doing. We'll just let one hit, and then we're gonna go barbhut, but we're gonna go high so we can't hog opposite lane and out cycle. This guy's deck is kind of wacky. All right, so. Yeah, we get to kill that last wave too. Doing that one barb will go to the right side and distract a wave, so that's really nice. So I think we'll just go Flying Machine. The Magic Archer will do a good job over there. Ooh, this is a really good setup for us. He that was a bad hog by him. He gave us a free barbhut basically. I don't care if that dashes. Okay, it didn't even dash. That's a little bit of damage. Alright, that's the easiest fireball of our life. His Valk's out of cycle and his Furnace is out of cycle. Nah, it's rough because he has so many counters. Like he has Princess, Skeleton Army, Valk, and he has so many counters to Royal Hog, that is. So I think I'm gonna go for a split here. Ooh, he actually Valked the side that didn't have a bunch of Royal Hogs too, so that's nice. Getting a lot of value out of that Flying Machine. His bats deal with my Flying Machine really well too. It's kind of annoying. We may have to win through like a slight tower damage lead. There's no way we connect for a lot of damage, and if I get over aggressive, I'm gonna lose on counter push. He doesn't have a big spell though, and we can definitely use that to our advantage. It's a nice barb barrel. I think I can hit Inferno Drag maybe? Almost. We're still fine though. Yeah, Flying Machine survived perfect. Save it! Oh, I think I did. Yes, perfect. No big spell, we spam. I could have just fireballed, but I think this definitely gets through, so it doesn't matter. I can also fireball anyway. Yeah! Alright, so our saving grace there was he didn't have a fireball or a poison. If he had a fireball or a poison, I think we'd be in a lot of trouble because he had a really good defense. That's such a weird deck. But he had, I mean, Fireball, Furnace, Skeleton Army, kind of Bats too. Not so much Bats, but Skarmy, those three are like really good defenses for our offense. But we can just win through like pressuring with our Fireball bait unit since he had no poison. Like the Inferno Drag is a weird addition to his deck considering he already had a defense and a lot of DPS units. Otherwise, that could have given us problems. And we're not terrible against Hog. We counter push pretty hard against Hog. Alright, so next up, let's do the Graveyard Cycle. So this one's definitely going to be... We're going to have less pressure, but we're just going to have so much poison bait. So we have to really take advantage of when the big spells are out of hand. And we have a much quicker cycle, so that's kind of fun. I did not mean to skeletons. It's probably Expo maybe, and I think we should be good against Expo. Expo gameplay is going to be kind of boring though. Okay, so it's actually mortar. Ooh, that was a nice snowball. So mortar, I mean minor mortar with like quick cycle. Maybe he has rocket or something. We may end up not. Maybe play that one lower and then we can musk snipe is kind of what I was thinking. So I'll play the next one lower, I think. I don't want to play it behind tower though, or in front of the king tower could work. I just don't want to play it. I think in front of the king tower is the way to go because I think he has like rocket. So I want to be safe on that. Catch the miner there. I mean, I guess we'll know if he has rocket here. I don't know if I should have musked in the back, but we get that little extra spawn of the barb wave here. He's gonna skellies my oh yeah, it's a knight. Okay. Alright, we got the barbhut down. It's not terrible. I need that barb to do work, man. 2 hits on it! Aw. Alright, we're still fine here though. I still think he probably has rocket though, since he has the knight version of this deck and stuff. I don't know why he put his miner in the same place again. He didn't need to. And the ice golem hopefully kills the bats. Yeah, nice. Alright, so we're cycling good here, so we can go like skellies to distract. I'm just gonna poison that. I don't know why he went defensive there. Good snowball. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and poison that. That was a really offensive miner. I don't know if he can stop the Night Witch. I don't think he should have went offensive miner right then. I think he should have been defending. Maybe it caught him a little bit off guard. Alright, that was a good amount of damage for us. Wait until those are about to die and then just split skellies. Yeah, that's pretty nice for my musk there. His archers are currently out of cycle. We'll go snowball there. I think he's gonna go bats. He cycled back. That's still damage though. You know, I'm just gonna poison him. We have a lot of pressure here, so I want those archers to be dead. The barbhut's really good in this position in this matchup. Still think he has rocket, so I'm gonna play this high. Alright, he just wasted his archers. We're gonna go in here. Oh, and his bats. He has no graveyard counter, and he just went offensive miner for some reason. Alright, so we'll just play this for the archers that are gonna get played when he cycles back. And that'll be game. I'm just kind of aggressively cycling back to a poison. See what he does here. Alright, he went aggressive, so we're just going to graveyard. Poison doesn't... I don't think poison kills it. Well, I mean, with any graveyard damage it does. And that'll be game. Nice. That was good. That was good. How much does poison do? It's 300 something. So I could have poisoned snowballs maybe. I forgot we were on ladder, so... normal is 216, but I think it's 312. Let me do that math real quick. I'm pretty sure it's 312. So I would have needed poison and snowball. So I didn't necessarily need graveyard, but maybe it was faster with graveyard. Either way, I knew I was in a safe position. Busting out the calculator on my phone because 39 times 8. 312. Okay, I was right. Yeah, so I could have poisoned snowballed, but okay, he did have rocket. I think he should have took... When I played the musk in the back one time, I honestly think he should have took that rocket, but... we did that. We did pretty well there. On to the next. On to the next. Barbhut feels so much better though. I mean, I don't really like spawners. I don't think spawners should be OP. But then again, I mean, Furnace is fairly balanced. I guess it's not as good as it was before, but Like, yeah, it's not as good as it has been in the past, I suppose. But I think Furnace is kind of fair, and I don't know. This barbhut feels okay. Goblin Hut's the most annoying one, to be honest. And Tombstone's fair, I guess. But barbhut, when it was OP in the past, has been like really annoying. I don't know. I don't know if I would feel the same way if I was playing against it as I do like when I'm playing with it. Okay. Opposite lane for sure here. Let's pull her over to the left onto the barbs away from the musketeer. I don't even think I need to do anything here. I really wanted to graveyard with that ice golem, but I was scared, and then he played giant, so I just went for defense. So when you're against tanks, like I'm gonna do right here. He's gonna have to play something, but and if he doesn't, then that's fine. I was gonna kite with ice golem into the lane, so the night witch wasn't the one taking the damage. I'm gonna go here. I'm up like 4 elixir. And that night witch should decimate that mega minion, so this is super good damage. Alright, it didn't, but it did a good job, good enough job. Alright, so we just go musk here. I just want to make sure I take care of the support. Well, it's going to target the miner, but that's okay too. These extra barbs are going to be really clutch, honestly. Wow, those extra barbs were so good. That was nice. I wish the Dark Prince had died faster, but I kept him from getting too much damage, I guess. Alright, let's get the split here. I'm just gonna have to let that hit. So what I was saying is when people have tank pushes, contrary to what you would believe, you don't actually put the barbs into the tank push. You want to have opposite lane pressure. We're just gonna stack here. I don't know why he fireballed that. Ooh, that's a bad miner too. I mean, like, yeah, you would love to have fireball right now, wouldn't you? You know, I'm gonna do something kind of weird. I'm gonna go ahead and graveyard this side while the barbs are tanking. And I'm gonna poison over here to get rid of the units. Now the musk is still going to be a threat. And he had a night witch in the lane he doesn't want to push. This is great. This is good. I actually caught the miner too. And then he goes with not a very good fireball. Ooh. That was not a bad zap by him. I'm just going to go ahead and poison. I have stumble. Hey, that was so good. That felt good. That felt really good. That felt good. Okay, so explaining the point of barbhuts, this is something that when barbhut was popular, I talked about in the past. But against like golem and giant, these goblin giant too, against these beatdown tanks, and when they're forced to go one lane because they have a bunch of damage in it, you don't actually want to put the barbhut same lane. Because what that does is they just have to drop their Dark Prince, their Musketeer, their Night Witch behind their tank, and those barbs get pretty easily shredded by their support. So by having the barbhut opposite lane, as you could see from my barbs just charging over there, I don't actually have to support them if I don't want to, although sometimes it can be like not a bad graveyard if they stack too many troops in the other lane. It forces them to spell, they'll toss out 2 logs to defend waves of barbs, and like that's 4+ elixir, and the barbhut is still defending the same lane push. It just pulls it to other lane. It's like the effective pull placement to pull giant the most far into the middle. But then sometimes you don't get any barbs on defense, but that's fine because they're having to spend elixir to defend the barbs that are walking to the other lane. Otherwise they're going to take massive damage. So this is why, and you see this with Furnace, right? But it's a little bit less like. So Furnace can be kind of ignored on waves. Barbs cannot be ignored. Two barbs can't be ignored really. So you're gonna have those barbs spawning into the opposite lane, even versus like Golem, where you would think the DPS is necessary because they're always gonna have a unit behind the like a Night Witch that clears them pretty quickly. And the Death Barbs are nice, right? Because they help attack now. But you want the opposite lane of the lane your opponent's ground tank is pushing, because you want to be applying pressure and forcing them to defend it with elixir, and splitting up their push, which is not what they want to do. They want to have everything in one lane if they're pushing into the same lane as the spawner. I'm over explaining this. You guys already probably know this and get it now, but basically you want to have that opposite lane pressure against tanks, ground tanks specifically. Against Lava Hound, actually against Lava Hound too, you don't want to be put, because then it's just, especially against Lava Hound, because then it's a free kill. So against every tank deck, basically, you want your barbs opposite lane. Against a hog, when they play a hog, obviously you want I guess it could be an opposite lane pull, but you have to play it higher, and you want the barbs on the hog because you want it to die fast. But it's not the case necessarily against tanks, I would say. What am I doing? We won 4 in a row though. That was pretty nice. That was fun. Barbhut felt good. Barbhut felt really good. Definitely viable. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the long explanation at the end. Hopefully, though, I taught someone and helped them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.